Hello, my name is Fisher Stanley, and I'm presently enrolled at Southeastern Community College in Whiteville, North Carolina. I'm taking Introduction to Interpersonal Communication with Mr. Renee Knoll. This YouTube assignment that I am doing today deals with the subject of civility and how it intertwines with the interpersonal communication skills we use on a daily basis. When we speak civility, we think back to George Washington. One particular homework assignment he had as a boy given him in order to improve his handwriting was to write out the 110 rules of civility and decent behavior in company and conversation. By the age of 16, he completed copying the set of rules which were originally written by French Jesuits in 1595. Who would have ever guessed that we would be discussing these rules 418 years later and on YouTube of all places. These rules may sound a little ridiculous to us, but they can still apply to our lives today. When you really study them, you realize they aren't as ancient as you might think. Civility is a code of conduct. The rules of civility help us focus on other people rather than ourselves, which enables us to gain self-respect and self-esteem. From the 110 rules of civility, I have chosen 8 to discuss with you today. Number 1, every action done in company ought to be with some sign of respect to those that are present. This rule is saying that we should treat the people we come into contact with respectfully, regardless of their age, race, or cultural differences. Just like with the golden rule, treat others the way you would like to be treated. We should make an effort to be kind and not to use unkind words. We should agree to disagree by having a mutual respect for one another. Our body movement, tone and voice, and eye contact also speaks volumes and are very important when we are communicating with other people. Number 6, sleep not when others speak. Sit not when others stand. Speak not when you should. Hold your peace. Walk not on when others stop. In other words, pay attention to the person you are communicating with and follow their lead as to whether to sit or stand. Keep quiet when necessary, and don't keep walking when someone is talking to you. Effective communication requires us to acknowledge who we are speaking with by giving them our undivided attention. Sometimes it is best to stop and listen. Being a good listener is often more important in our interpersonal relationship than what we have to say. Number 7, put not off your clothes in the presence of others, nor go out of your chamber half-dressed. This rule states that for you not to take your clothes off in front of other people and to not go out of your bedroom half-naked. Conducting ourselves well and dressing appropriate can promote self-respect. Number 10, when you sit down, keep your feet firm and even, without putting one on the other or crossing them. When sitting in a chair, you should keep both feet on the floor. Do not cross your legs. Sitting erect helps us to keep alert and focused. Also, crossing your legs up one over the other impairs our vascular system by impairing the blood flow to the heart from our extremities. Number 11, shift not yourself in the sight of others or gnaw your nails. In other words, be still and do not be fidgety when you see someone looking at you, and do not bite your finger or toenails. Nails carry a lot of germs and can spread infection and make you sick. Not to mention the fact that no one wants to see you biting your nails. It's rude and it's poor etiquette. Number 22, show yourself glad at the misfortune of another, though he were your enemy. You should not feel happiness and gloat when something bad happens to another person, even if it is someone who has done something bad to you. Remember, what goes around comes around, and karma can be a bear. We should use our positive energy for good and leave negativity alone. Number 35, let your discourse with men of business be short and comprehensive. In other words, when you are talking about a business matter, know what you want to say ahead of time and keep your conversation brief and professional. Communicating with a purpose will be much more successful rambling on and having the other party lose interest. Number 82. Undertake not what you cannot perform, but be careful to keep your promise. This rule reminds us to always finish whatever you start. Be careful about what promises you make and keep those promises. Always be as good as your word. The old adage, a man's word is his bond, should mean the same thing today that it has always meant. If you tell someone that you are going to do something, do it. This makes you a very credible person that people can always count on. These are just a few of the rules that really stood out to me, but I encourage each of you to review all of them. They are actually very interesting, even though you may have to interpret some early English language. Who knows? By learning to act more civil with each other, it may lead to great things such as becoming the President of the United States. George Washington and many other of our great leaders have used these rules of civility throughout the history of our great nation. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share these ideas with you today, and hopefully we can all make more conscious effort to apply them to our daily lives and have them rub off on the people we come in contact with.